Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your May 2014 Runescope. My name is Amanda. As always, my normal spiel, you know what's coming. Be sure to watch the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you some more information, some clarification on your sun sign reading, and just let you know other areas that may be lit up for you in May. Of course, the only way to get a personal reading for yourself, it's all about you, is to schedule a consultation with me. I do those on Skype. They are $65 for a half-an-hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you want to set that up. I do schedule those in the order that I receive emails. So if it takes me a few days to get back to you, that just means there were quite a few people in front of you and I've got to get them scheduled before I respond to you, but I promise that I will get to you. I just go right down the line. So, also, I did want to mention, I just want to thank everyone for the reception that these videos have gotten and for liking and sharing and subscribing to my videos. I had more people coming to me in April for readings that had been recommended by others than ever before. So either people I'd done readings for recommended their friends and family, or you know, they shared a video on Facebook that they thought would benefit a family member, and then that person ended up booking with me. So thank you so much for, you know, sharing these, getting them out there to people that you think they may help. Apparently it does. So absolutely, if you ever watch a video that is would help your family member, help your friend, if they're going through a rough patch, definitely share that, because even if they don't book a reading, maybe that's the message they need to hear in that moment. Because sometimes we just, you know, we need to get confirmation, and it can really help you kind of get out of a situation, or it's the key to unlocking a problem or a situation we're going through. So, but thank you so much, Geminis, for doing that. Let's take a look at what's going to be going on for you in May. The challenge I see around May, Geminis, is that this is coming up around a conflict around family, or, you know, it could be somebody that you have turned your back on, you're just done with, and they come back in, or you're faced with them, confronted with them again, something that maybe you thought was done, a situation or a person that you thought you were done with, may pop up again in May. But this time, Gemini, I mean, I feel like with this person or this situation, you have been trying to remain positive, or trying to just be the bigger person and not say what you really think about this situation, because what you really think is that, you know, this person or this situation is a pain in the ass, or, you know, this person or this situation, you know, this person is being selfish, or, you know, this situation is stupid. I mean, and I feel like in May, the floodgates may just break, Gemini, and you may just let it all come out, and you need to. You need to let this out. This person needs to hear this. They need to stop behaving like an immature brat, whoever this is. And because that's kind of the feeling I get. This is a person who is very selfish and only thinks of themselves and how a situation is going to benefit them, and, you know, no empathy for other people, no empathy for how their actions are affecting other people. You know, and Gemini, in some cases, you know, somebody could be saying this to you in May. And, you know, for those of you that's the case, I mean, you may see yourself in a new light. But for the most part, I see this as being somebody, you know, connected to your family, a family member who's just been treating everyone like poo. And it's not cool with you, and you've been trying to stay out of it and trying to be understanding, but something happens in May that just, you've had enough, Gemini, and you're gonna let this person know that you've had enough. So just be aware of that. I don't think it's gonna be all throughout May. I do think it's probably gonna be early May, because we still have that grand square from April carrying over into the first few weeks of May. And we don't have Mars going direct until May 19th or 20th, so about the third week. So we're still dealing with issues that have been going on for a while, or stuff from the past coming back in since Mars is going retrograde. And, you know, it's clearing all this stuff out before we can fully move forward is what's happening. So, you know, and you may deal with some of this in April. And again, it's just kind of a continuation into May. But, you know, this needs to be said. This needs to happen. And wait, again, you know, hearing this from you, Gemini, is really going to, this person's going to see themselves in your, through your eyes, because you've been silent on this, because they respect your opinion. I mean, they may not respect very many people. They may not have been treating very many people with respect, but they are going to respect your opinion. Someone may be coming to you for a loan, trying to borrow money from you in May, Gemini, and it could be the same person. But the thing is, you just don't have it. And I mean, this person may not believe you, but you really, you know, your money is all accounted for. And even if you do have it, you wouldn't loan it to this person because they're unreliable. You know, it would be a gift and you would never get it back. So guard your money in May, Gemini. Don't loan money. It's really not the month, as I was just telling Aquarius, for you guys, it's really not the month for new starts financially. So, you know, if you can look for a new job, but starting something, I would say, you know, I'll start June 1st or, you know, next month, because there just seems to be something that if you start a new job in May, or if you are, you know, looking for a new job and you think you found something really cool, it will turn out to be a disappointment, or you'll turn out to be, it'll be more work for less money than you would get if you were to just wait until June for some reason. So just use your intuition too, Gemini. It's going to be very strong in May, especially about money and financial things. But don't let people use you. And that's the same thing that came up for Aquarius. I mean, you know, don't let people use you and try to take advantage of you. And again, this is somebody you've been disappointed in for a while. So, I mean, you know, you're not going to be too willing to help them out. For those of you who, some of you may just be waiting to hear back from a job that you applied to some time ago, and this delay may be irritating you. Some of you may be doing like negotiations in May, and they may just keep, you know, offering you less than you deserve. The advice in May, Gemini, is not to settle. I mean, even though you may want this job very badly, you can't settle for less, because once they get you in there for less than you deserve, you're stuck there, you know, for a while, unless you want to immediately change jobs or whatever. It's just a waste of time and energy. So make sure that you get what you're worth. And if you can put off negotiations until at least that second half of May, the end of May when Mars is going direct, that would be better. But June would be the ultimate best if you could put off negotiations until then, because you may be able to turn that around. Or if not, you will find something else that, you know, is willing to pay you what you're worth. And again, you're going to know this, because again, with all things in financial, you're in the financial sector in May, you're going to be very intuitive about that and led by strong feelings, gut feelings. Help is going to be available to you. For a lot of you, it's going to come from your partner, so your marriage mate, your spouse, your live-in partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. They're going to give you some advice, and it may be about this other person if it's not, that's wanting to take advantage of you in some way. If it's not, you know, your partner who's trying to do that, because it could be in some situations. But for most of you, I see this as a family member, somebody you're related to. But yeah, I think your partner's going to give you some really excellent advice about either this family situation, the job situation, or both. However this plays out for you, because it will be different for all of you. But you do have a friend or a lover who's going to give you some excellent advice about this, and you should take it. You should take it. And that person's going to kind of, you know, however negative this may feel when you are dealing with this using person, you're going to have some really good times with your partner in May. Some of you, Gems, if you're single, you may meet someone online. Some of you, if you've got your profile up on online dating, if you've online dating sites, if you are just on message boards a lot, you know, talking about a shared interest, you know, if you love a TV show and you go on and chat with other fans, it may be something like that. And this is something that will gradually grow. but it is going to be a very positive thing. This is a good person to have in your life. Those of you who have a job interview in May, you're going to do very, very well. I think you're going to impress. And Geminis, you're so good at communication. So, I mean, you really do kind of easily knock them dead in job interviews. Some of you may just have exams in May. It is time for college exams and tests and whatnot. Some of you may be taking a certification test or something. And if so, this would have been something you've been working towards for a while. So, and you're also going to do very well on tests. Some of you may get through college or through a professor, or, you know, somebody may put you in touch with a company looking for somebody who needs your skills. So, I mean, if you're graduating in May, it could be that you transition immediately to a job, which good for you. That doesn't happen so often these days. But it looks like some of you may have some help. Somebody put you in touch with just the right person. So, you know, but again, make sure you have all the details. Don't be too quick to sign on. Don't be too quick to take the lowest pay grade, you know, just because maybe it's something you want to do if you're just out of college. You deserve to, you have to live, you have to pay bills. So again, don't take less than what you deserve. What can't be changed about May is that secrets are going to come out, but I feel for the most part, they're about other people. And for some of you, this may be that somebody they've taken the easy road. They've taken the easy way out of a situation and has not paid off. And you knew that this was how it's going to turn out, but maybe you didn't know how badly this person's situation is. This could be the same person who is asking you for help, asking you for money, you know, what have you. But, you know, I think they are being honest with you, but maybe you didn't know how bad it was. The thing is, this person got themselves into this situation by not listening, not heeding your advice. So I think that, you know, whatever has been hidden needs to come out. But it's really not going to change your mind about helping this person because, again, they've brought it on themselves. For those of you who have a secret, Gemini, if this is you, if you have something you do not want to get out, be very careful in May because someone may find out about it, or someone, you know, something may come out that you just didn't want to come out. So just keep a lid on that, just a heads up if there's something you're trying to hide. If there's something that you're trying to hide though that will hurt someone, it may come out anyway, Gemini, because they need to know it. But for the most part, this is like, for most of you, I think this is going to be someone else. I got a male energy coming up around this, or a masculine energy. Could be a masculine female as well, but yeah, something you didn't know that somebody did or has done, and then you're like, well, you shouldn't have done that because you've got yourself into a pickle now, haven't you? You're just gonna have a lot of advice in May, Gemini, and it's kind of adding on to what you've already given someone, and they're just, you know, maybe this month they'll actually hear you though. I mean, it looks like they'll finally maybe be seeing the wisdom in stuff you've said before. Let's take a look at the end of May here and see how things are going to play out for you guys. Some of you may be dealing with property, buying or selling. You may be looking to move. There may be an inheritance coming for some of you in May. You may hear about it in May. But yeah, there may be some legal stuff. If you've been waiting on a settlement that includes property, you may get it in May. So some of you may have this payout coming in May. The thing about May, Gemini, is that you can't rely on other people too well. You may think that somebody has your back and then they don't. So, except for your partner. If it's not your partner, that is this user. But if you're coupled up and in a good relationship, that person's going to be there for you. But there's something, you know, it doesn't look like anyone else will be able to help you out or willing to help you out for some reason in May. So you're kind of on your own as far as if you need help or support with something. And I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but I do think it's temporary. I think it's just for May. There may be some disruption that comes out, and this could be going back to this secret coming out, something that it's communication you do not want to hear. Now, for some of you, this could be travel that you have to do for work, a place you don't really want to go. Some of you may have to go visit someone who is ill and ailing, and this could come up around a family member, and it's you know, I hate to say this, but this could in some cases be a death in the family. And I'm sorry if that is the case, but it will cause you maybe to have to travel for a funeral, a viewing, something like that. Or just someone taking a turn for the worse. It does seem though that this is not something that you're expecting. It does, you know, with the Hail Rune, which is this one. That is unexpected events out of our control. You know, so I mean, it very well could be usually something you're not expecting, and it just comes at a really bad time for you also, so that you have to kind of drop everything, figure out how you're going to travel and go somewhere that you really don't want to go. If it's work, again, this could be a business trip or something that just comes out of the blue. They just kind of drop in your lap at the last minute, and you have to kind of scramble to get everything ready to go. And yeah, it's like, you know, South Dakota or something, nothing exciting. Somewhere you just are not enthused about going. I mean, I'm sure there's fun stuff to do in South Dakota, but I mean, yeah, it's a place that's not going to be your first pick for fun. But that's what I see for May, Gemini. You know, it's kind of ups and downs. I mean, there's positive going on in your personal life relationships and things coming out that need to be said. But, you know, you'll be dealing with, you know, other people a lot in May and their actions and the repercussions of those actions, and, you know, letting them know, look, this affected me in a bad way and that's not cool, so knock it off. But that is what I see in May for you, Gemini, and I will see you back here in June.